there you are. Of course I'm still around. I exist beyond this reality, dear. You know that. When there's absolutely nothing left in the universe besides a single dying star and one immortal human, it's easy to hear your breathing. Still, it took me longer to find you than expected. So, how are you finding the end of the universe? Enjoying yourself? Sorry, that was a bit insensitive. Yes, like I said all those years ago, your immortality would come with a hefty price. Of course, I knew the universe would eventually come to an end. Well, I couldn't just give you all the answers, sweetie. Some things you have to learn on your own, even if you are left with regret and sorrow. Trick you? That's funny, because I recall you begging me for your immortality. In fact, you went through all the trouble of finding me to do just that. And I also remember warning you that it may have unintended consequences. I don't mean to get angry. I know you've gone through, well, a lot with the whole end of, well, everything going on. I know you've been trying to contact me and even trying to summon me, but I was busy. Well, yes, the demon families have a lot of work to do when the universe ends, actually. Yeah, well, so how do I put this? The universe has ended before. Yes, it's part of the cycle. The cycle. Like all living things, the universe has its life cycle, a beginning, an existence, and an end. Of course, the universe will be reborn and begin the cycle again. Like any living creature's life cycle, it plants seeds of new growth, a new beginning. Us demons play an important role in that rebirth, so it requires much of our attention. Then, after our work is done, we go into a sort of hibernation before awakening in a new universe. That's actually where I'm meant to be right now. I didn't want you to be alone. Well, you're not the first human that sold their soul to me, but you're the only one I ever granted something as rich as immortality. And if I'm being honest right now, forget it. Would you like some company? Sure, I'll sit down with you. This is quite a view, huh? Just to imagine. There's nothing left in this entire universe than you, me, and this failing star. If it makes you feel any better, you're the first human to ever see this view. In fact, most immortal beings are rarely in a state to see this part. I know. You lost everything and everyone on your journey to this moment. That is the curse I spoke of when I granted you immortality. From that moment, you were destined to be the last thing in existence before the total collapse. Well, that's an optimistic outlook. No. When the universe reaches its end, so will you. If you recall the spell I bestowed upon you, you will live as long as the universe itself. Nothing lasts forever, sweetie. Even eternal beings like me. Once the cycle starts again, I'll be back. But different, new. I remember nothing except for my purpose. That was the lesson I was trying to teach you. You wanted to prolong your life so desperately that you never thought about what consequences might follow such a life. That's not what I'm trying to say. Life is beautiful because it ends. Don't you see? If there is no end, the beginning has no meaning. The journey has no destination, and thus, there is no purpose. You lived a life without consequence, without a time constraint, and as such, you didn't value what was around you. The world, your friends, your family, your very existence. It all meant nothing. Until there was nothing. One day you looked around and you were the last one left. And now here you are, the last human left. Well, you're not completely alone. What do you mean? You have me, right? You may have sold your soul to me, but I never thought of you as a thing or something I owned. I mean, maybe at first, but I may not have been there for you whenever you needed me, but I tried to be when I could. You meant something to me. Mean something to me right now. I was just scared that if I told you sooner, I was just afraid of rejection. Oh, wow. I didn't think you'd want to be with me. A human and a demoness? That's absurd, isn't it? I guess you're right. We have known each other for centuries. Plus, last two beings in existence. That's a pretty big thing in common, right? I'm glad I got to be here with you in the end. Hold my hand. Because I just want to, okay? I want to make up for lost time. Time we could have spent together. Like I said, I'll be reborn in the new universe, but I won't be able to remember any of this. I won't be able to remember you. I just wish I had been braver. Confessed my feelings to you sooner. It's not your fault. Whenever I came to you, to tease you, to remind you who owned your soul, I always came off too hard on you. I was terrified of letting my true feelings out. You had no reason to think that I felt this way about you. But just like I said, this is beautiful because it won't last forever. So we won't be compelled to hold back anymore. Doesn't mean I don't wish it could last forever, though. I know. Me too. Come here. Cuddle with me. Let's not waste any of the time we have left. I want to be with you in every way I can. Gosh, I should have been hugging you sooner. It feels so good. You feel so warm. But maybe that's because we're in the cold of the endless void. I bet I still feel warm. The flames of hell burn brightly in my heart. Quite literally. Must be nice. After your time here in the void. Feels like curling up in a warm blanket, huh? Hey, do you remember when we first met? Or, I suppose, when you sought me out? I was in my human form, living amongst humanity for a stint. And while I was enjoying a delightful beverage, the name of which I could never pronounce or remember, in walks you, a somewhat crazy and awkward guy, staring at me like I was the prettiest thing you've ever saw. Then you started approaching my table, and I thought, oh boy, another guy coming to ask for my number. And then you said my name, my real name. It shocked me so much that I started choking on my drink. But then I saw the demonic book in your hand. I took you outside. You got on your hands and knees, and the rest is history. Funny how such small beginnings can lead to so much, right? My point is, when I saw you back then, I never thought we'd ever be together in any shape or form. I didn't think I'd ever have a relationship with any human for that matter. But now, against all odds, we're together. And I love you. I really, really love you. I know we're moving fast, but we don't have much time left. I don't want to leave anything left unsaid. So, I'm gonna live here, in this moment with you. Even if it's fleeting, I want to make the most of it. How about you? Sounds good. I love you too. So much. The star. It's getting dimmer, isn't it? Yeah. We don't have much time left. Well, let's make the most of it, right? No holding back, okay? If our time must be brief, then let's make it the best we can, okay? Come here. I'll show you, sweetheart.